guys, 1 week ago today I returned from Corfu. Today is Good Friday, so it's the start of the Easter weekend, and since you are not supposed to do anything loud on Good Friday out of respect for the Catholics mourning the death of Jesus today, I did all my lawn mowing yesterday, and today I honestly should be sitting at my desk doing paperwork, but the weather is just too beautiful and it is a vacation day. So I thought, okay, you know what? Do something for your soul, work in the garden, because that always makes me happy, especially when the sun is shining like this. Yes, and when you look around here, this used to be my herbal spiral. It doesn't look like much of it anymore, but it actually still exists. It's just very overgrown, especially by this plant. We call that Sauerampfer. It tastes really fresh and sour, and it's really good for like cleaning the blood, if that makes sense. Yeah, I like it. Oh, there's a tiny dragonfly, the first one I've seen this year. Look at that. Hope you can see it, the red one. Oh, now it's gone. We call that a Teichjungfer. So like a pond virgin. Sorry for my bubbling. Sometimes I can't come up with the right word straight away. Yes. And anyway, I'm trying to make space here for some new strawberries, because this part in front of the herbal spiral used to be my my strawberry bed. But yep, right now this is we call that Waldmeister. I have forgotten what the English translation is, but you do also have that, at least in Great Britain. Not sure about the USA. We traditionally put that in an alcoholic drink which is consumed in the first night of May. We call that Maibohle. So like a cocktail celebrating the 1st of May. And yeah, I discovered a really cool app recently. It's called PlantNet. You just click on photo. Then you can choose if you want to use an existing photo or if you want to take a photo. And if you take a picture, let's say, of this wild wheat, then it tells you the 3 most likely sources. The 3 most likely result from its data bank. And yeah, most of the time the first one is already the correct one. And the correct one has always been among the 3 they offered me so far. So I really like this app. We call this a Gundelrebe, by the way. It has no value for us humans, but it has a value for insects who like to suck the nectar. So I'm thinking about leaving at least this part of it in. But here it will have to go so that I have space for some new strawberries. And yeah, you can't smell that right now, but it smells a lot like garlic here. And I first wondered why. And then I remembered that 2 or 3 years ago, I planted some garlic. What do you call them? Like these, like garlic onions, the single ones, into the soil next to the strawberries, because they are supposed to prevent the plants from getting parasites and stuff like this. And yeah, they seem to have grown quite a lot, so I'm looking forward to dig them out now and to see if they have grown and if I can use them in the kitchen, which would be very cool. Yep. Yesterday I already worked a bit in the garden, mowed the lawn, as I said, and they look so thirsty now in the hot noon sun, but I watered them thoroughly this morning. Seriously, I promise. I planted some cucumbers and some salads. I put a lot of onions in the soil, which I will just cut off whatever I need whenever I cook. And this is rucola. And this is something from last year. I guess it was some kind of cabbage. I just decided to let it grow because, oh look, exactly for that reason. Because when it starts to bloom, the butterflies and bees, they just like it a lot. So yeah, and it doesn't bother me, so why pluck it out? But as you can see, still a lot to do here. My worst enemy is a Japanese neophyte called Knöterich. I don't know what you call that in English. That's this one. It comes up. Oh, I'm standing in the light. This one. It comes up everywhere. And yeah, I would basically have to dig out every single plant and go through every centimeter of the entire space to get rid of it. So I'm just cutting it off on ground level several times a year to keep it in check, but I will probably never get totally rid of it. Yep. And here in the shadow I planted some different kinds of mint yesterday between the primula. These flowers have planted themselves some years ago. I remember how happy I was when the first one came up. That was this one. And now they have spread. They seem to like the area between the mints. And I like them too, and so do the bees. My bunnies, yesterday wasn't quite as hot as today, and they were actually enjoying the sun. Although bunnies get hot very quickly. So today, since it's really, really sunny, they are down here in the shadows. Hi! And even little Pippin is testing his first steps outside in sunlight, because usually he's a pretty shy cat who always only goes out at night. But at the moment it's so interesting, isn't it, Pip? Pippin, yes. Yes, come here. Come here. Hi, Süßer. Hi, Süßer.